And welcome back to Radio Nation. I'm your host, Nicholas Pescod. Now we're joined live on the phone with an Oklahoma City band who has received praise from fans wherever they have traveled and performed, and they can be often found touring within Oklahoma, Texas, and surrounding states. Now joining us live on the phone is the members from the American rock band Siva Addiction. So welcome, Brandon and Bridget. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your night to join us here on Radio Nation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. No problem.
And I guess just getting right into the questions here, how did you guys get started as a group?
Well, I started the band. I founded it in 2006, and I found Brandon in 2007, and we've had several different member lineups over the course of the last couple of years, but ultimately we've had this lineup for years now?
Yeah, a little bit over 2 years.
What has been
so we met everybody through the local scene here and through mutual friends.
Awesome, and I apologize to interrupt there. What has been like a really big challenge for you guys then as a band, whether it's, getting your name out there or booking tour dates? What's been a really big challenge for you guys?
Finding quality management.
Finding quality management and, just trying to get out of our home market and branch out and get into new markets we haven't played before.
Yes, and I understand that you guys have played in Texas, and you guys have an upcoming show actually in Texas from your page. And you guys have played in Kansas. Where else have you guys played?
We've been all over the Midwest and even down into the South. We've done Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, all the way up into Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas,
Chicago, Milwaukee.
Illinois, yeah.
Is there a particular place besides Oklahoma that you have really enjoyed playing in?
Kansas City. Probably our favorite place to play. We like it so much that our music video for One Night Rodeo this last time.
And what is it about Kansas City that you really like?
The people.
Fair enough.
People just took a like a festival for about, I think there was a total of about 4,000 people there by the end of the night, and after that, they just, we had from them on our websites and things like that, and we just kept going back, and we've been back several times since that festival, and just every time.
They treat us really well and just welcoming. Great people up there.
Bridget, I have a question that's specifically for you. Rob O'Hare of Review Magazine says that Bridget proves that women can rock just as hard as, or even harder than their male counterparts. Have you faced additional challenges being a female lead singer in a rock band?
I don't really consider anything that I face a challenge just because I'm a female. I mean, the industry, is male dominated, but I like it. I like the fact that we're different because we're female fronted, but I don't think it really has made us, any more difficult for booking purposes or anything like that. I think people welcome us just because we are different. The one thing I don't enjoy is the fact that for some reason promoters feel like because we are female-fronted that we want to be grouped with other female-fronted bands. We happen to have some that are in their local market. Like, let's say we go to Nebraska and we play Omaha. The promoter, for some reason, decides that because we're female-fronted, they want to put us on a bill of all female-fronted bands or bands with chicks in them, and that annoys me.
Is there a particular...
I would much rather be on a bill with other rock bands that are punchy and in your face and just a great rock, not just because I don't want to be put on a bill just because we're female-fronted.
Fair enough. And you released your album Artifice in 2009, and it received a lot of airtime internationally on internet radio shows or internet radio stations. Where else do you know that you've sort of received airtime from that isn't really in your hometown or surrounding states?
Really, I mean, we've had all kinds. I mean, you guys found us. I'm not sure where that came from, but we've done so many interviews with internet radio stations just across the globe that just love us, and I have no idea where they're finding us. If it's through Facebook or our fans are telling them about us, and we're just reaching the far expanses of the globe. But it's refreshing to know that we're getting further just because of the internet.
Well, if you want to know, I found you guys on Reverb Nation, actually. And you don't really use it too often anymore, but usually rely on Twitter. But I was just Googling or just searching Oklahoma City or just Oklahoma artists, and you guys popped up, and I heard One Night Rodeo, and I was like, this is a great song to play on my show, and played it last week, and people liked it, and I'm really excited to have you guys now live on the show.
That's great.
We're glad you contacted us, for sure.
We love it.
So you're out.
Watch the video.
Yeah, the video is actually really well done too. I wanted to talk a little bit about that just a little bit later. The album that you guys did also landed you a couple endorsement deals. Do you want to talk a little about that?
Sure. We've got Sennheiser wireless. I actually just got a brand new microphone system through those guys. We also use Sennheiser in-ears for our wireless systems. Brandon, you've got the drum endorsement.
Pearl drums. Jesse has Warwick bass. We also have a guitar pick from endorsement with in-tune guitar picks. Trying to think if we have anything else.
We had several different clothing endorsements, and those have kind of come and gone. It wasn't anything that was steadfast or a big company. They were more or less smaller, kind of mom and pop kind of companies, but for the most part.
Jägermeister's doing some stuff with us. We're trying to get that going on a bigger scale, but they have received us pretty good, and they're kind of working to get us up to the next level of their of things that they do for bands.
You mentioned
that's a huge one.
you mentioned your music video for One Night Rodeo. Can you talk to me a little bit about how that song came about, and then how the music video, who directed it, or who produced it, and how that came about as well?
The song came about, we wrote that in about an hour. We just got together and started jamming, and Vince came up with the main riff, that lead riff, and it just kind of fell into place. And Nick Barton from Kansas,
Prestigious Films
in Kansas, directed and helped us conceptualize the whole video. And he was just a phenomenal team player to work with. Him and his group are so easy to get along with.
Was there a big challenge? Was there any real big challenge in putting together the music video or writing the song?
I didn't think it was challenging. I had a blast. It was an absolute, if I could shoot music videos every day of my life, I would, especially with Nick, because he's just, it was so much fun.
For your fans out there that are listening, and for people that don't really know you, what is next for Siva Addiction as a band?
Well, we're working with Paul Crosby from Saliva. He's actually in our management, and so he's working on some pretty exciting things that we can't necessarily talk about right now, but that's really exciting. Cody Hansen from Hinder and Marshall Dutton of Faction actually produced our newest album that has not yet been released, but we're hoping to get that out first quarter of next year. So that is really, and that's where One Night Rodeo is off of that album.
Do you want to talk a little bit about...
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Fans can check out the other songs that are on that album. We have a little teaser video set up on our website at siva-addiction.com where they can hear little snippets of each song, so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect from that album.
Awesome. And sorry, it's we're on the phone, so it's a little bit delayed in terms of like when I hear it into the board, which is sometimes a bit of a problem. But in terms of that album, you just sort of touched on it, but what can sort of a fan expect on your new album? In terms of, obviously, One Night Rodeo is on there, but what other songs can we expect to hear, or new sort of songs can we hear?
Overall, the album is just explosive, energetic, mainstream,
very well produced, and
yes.
It's gonna excite people. It's gonna get people, around. It's good stuff. We have a lot of confidence in it, and we hope that it does very well.
In terms of your next performance, which I read online is in Denton, Texas, is that correct? Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, Denton, Texas, December the 10th. Playing at Andy's Bar bar. It's a music venue there in Denton. Should be a good crowd. It's a smaller venue. I think a 500 max or something like that. There's a local band that plays there, every few months, and they draw really well. And some other local bands that are playing that do fairly good. So we expect to have a good crowd, and would hope that anyone in the area could come out and check us out and meet us and talk to us and let us know what you think.
In terms of social media, and this is the final question for the night, in terms of social media, how has it really helped you guys as a band get recognized and really get your name out there?
I think social media is really an integral part in us being able to reach our fans, just because it's actually us that's running the site. Everything from our website to Facebook to Twitter, all of us run those sites, so it's us that are answering, responding to posts, and fans can literally reach out to us directly. And it's not some marketing guy or someone from our team. It's actually the band members, and we answer people directly. And it's enabled us to reach fans that wouldn't normally have access to us.
Perfect. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your night again on almost really what was short notice to come and join us here on Radio Nation tonight. And I totally thank you. I love the song One Night Rodeo. It's a great song. I love playing it on the show, and we're going to play it next. So again, thank you very much, Bridget and Brandon, for joining us.
Thank you.
Having us.
Yep, thank you, and take care. Have a good night, guys.
Sounds good. You too.